Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. Today I am going to be showing you how to make a relationship system, I guess is what it would be called. It's kind of like, you know how in Telltale you know what I mean, Telltale games, it'll be like a character blank will remember that, or in Stardew, how once you start doing tasks and giving gifts and stuff like that, your relationship starts to go up with certain characters. It's kind of like that, more so Stardew than Telltale, but I'll go over the Telltale stuff and kind of how that all works. So let's just jump right into that. Alright, so as always, I'll show you first. Alright. You're good, I'm in the right map. Alright, so first, you need this item called the relationship tracker. It's a key item. Go in here and you see this NPC, I currently have no hearts with them. So let's get out of there, and then go talk to them. Hello! You're amazing! You're amazing. Let's do this a couple of times. Alright, now let's open that back up. And wow, we gained a heart with them. Obviously, I'm going to preface this now. This is very much an oversimplification. I've made it very, very easy to get friendship points. You probably want to make it a little harder depending on what you're going for. In Nuke 2, this is adjustable, so you can make it harder for you to gain friendship with certain NPCs versus others and stuff like that. And you note that I have a lot of menuing in this. If you have a plugin that allows you to use full keyboard control, you can do that and just have them press this button and it pulls up the relationship tracker. Or you could even have press this button and it pulls up your like custom menu, and then you have all the choices and stuff like that. Ooh, that's another video I should be making soon on how to make a custom menu without using the actual in-game menu system, but instead using plugins and events and fun stuff like that. So, anyways, you saw I got the heart. You suck. You suck. Suck. You suck. And pull that back up. And oh no, we lost the heart with them. Another thing I wanted to show you too is you're amazing. You'll notice that it changes from hello to hello friend based on our friendship points. And this is actually pretty simple to get going. All it runs on is one variable. It'll be one variable per character you can build a relationship with. But you'll notice here, when it changes to hello friend, if the person relationship, which I have down here, you'd probably want to put the NPC's name here, relationship, and then if it's over 10, you're a friend. You'd probably want it to be higher than that, because I have it set, I'll get to that later, I have it set so that these go up by increments of 10. So to start, no matter what, it starts here on the blank heart. Then if the variable person relationship gets 10 or above, then it turns red. This one, 20 or above, and so on and so forth. So you could have as many hearts here as you want, or as little as you want. This is just a blank event. Alright, and the way to, I'll show you how we get there using this relationship tracker item. It is set to use a common event. So how you do that is you go to your item, and then you go to the effects column, click on here, and it's under other common event, and select your common event. Here I have transfer to relate. I didn't feel like typing it out. Then it pulls on this common event. So the first time you go there, it'll run the else tab because there won't be on yet. It'll run the common event, where are you at, which just gets the map ID, the X and Y of the player on that map, and the region ID. And the region ID isn't relevant for this, but it can be for other things, so that's why I include it in there. Then it fades out the screen. It sets the player to through and transparent, transfers them to the heart system, which is what I just showed you, which has the NPC and all the hearts, turns the switch there on, and fades in screen, and then it ends the event. Now, next time you come into the event while you're still on the heart system map, there will be on, so it'll fade out screen, turn transparent off and through off, then it'll transfer player to the data you saved with the where are you at event, which you just click the variables, which I have there, and put those on XY map ID, and it transfers you exactly back to where you were. Then you turn the there switch off and fade in screen. And that is how basically kind of a Stardew relationship builder would look like. And using this switch here, you could have it just say when, like in Stardew Valley, with the full part events, whenever you enter a certain area, it could be sometimes only when it's raining or sometimes only when it's sunny, but whenever you enter that certain area, the cutscene will trigger. And that only happens once you've reached the certain level of hearts with certain characters. And then, so you just have a blank event on the map set to, let me pull it up. This, say you need to just be, so I'm lock this off there, and then it would be set to parallel. Now, you want it set to auto run. So this trick about this is if you set it to parallel, it'll start running as, it'll only, no, yeah, you want auto run. You want auto run, not parallel. Because if it is I give up. If it's parallel, then every time you come on the map, it'll try and run again. But you also can, during a parallel event, the player can move around. You don't want that. You want this to, if you want to do like Stardew Valley, you want to cut off the player's movement, so you'd have it set to auto run. And then at the very end of the event, especially, this is for a non-reoccurring event, you would turn self switch on, then have that there, and then it just gets rid of the event. You don't have to worry about it. Now, for Blink will remember this, you will have to use switches. For like well, you won't have to, is one way to do it. I'm just going to use ones that already exist. So say you walk up to a character and you have two choices. Either, say they're asking you to give them something, right? And you have two choices. Either you say, get it yourself, or you go get it. So you would have two switches. One that's get it yourself, or the other is you got it for them. And then you could also change the relationship outside of that, affecting it positive or negatively. And then say at the end of the game, you can reference that switch and see if X switches on, then do this. If X switches on, do this. You could use this in multiple ways. If you don't have the relationship, or even if you build up a good relationship with this character, but you chose all the wrong choices, you could have it set a new variable, have like every wrong choice -1, every right choice +1, and just go down the list and have them change that variable, adding 1 and subtracting 1. And if the number is positive, you get a positive response, or if that number is negative, then you get the negative response, just depending on stuff like that. Sorry, my pen was about to fall off my wall. Enamel pen, I don't just have a random pen sticking to my wall. But anyways, yeah, I think I explained that. That was a bit of a ramble. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how you would do for that, which I will admit, it will take up a lot of switches. However, that is the maximum number of switches you can have. 9,999, and this is without a plugin that expands and gives you more switches. You'll be fine. If your game is so long that you have to use 9,999 switches, you need to shorten your game. Hate to tell you. And that's true. I recently saw this thing. This is kind of side tangent, where it was this author, it was a publisher talking about this author whose book was ridiculously long. It was like bigger than the Deathly Hallows by, it was at least double the size of Deathly Hallows. And the editor, they're an editor, not a publisher, but they work for a publishing house. And they were like, okay, is everything in this book need to be in this book? Could it be a sequel? Can you trim it down? a lot? Is there a lot of fluff in here? Is everything relevant information? And that's something, too, that you need to go through with your game. And this is after you finished it, or after you finish planning it. This is after you have something in cement done. You need to go back and look at it and be like, okay, is this missing information? Is this bit unclear? Is this bit taking on too long? Is this cutscene ridiculously long and the players are going to get bored and just start skipping through dialogue that could potentially be important? And just all sorts of things like that you need to go through and check, which is also what your playtester feedback should tell you, which is why it's also so important to have that playtester, because at that point, when you're starting to figure all that stuff out, you have been staring at your game for a very, very long time. So it's really important to get another pair of eyes on the game, even if it's just a close friend, a parent, a sibling, anything. It doesn't have to be like a professional playtester, just someone else to get eyes on your game. Tangent over. But yeah, that's about all I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!